Today we will solve inequalities and graph inequalities on a number line. So inequalities are all around us. If you think about these things here, TV 14 means they suggest that you be at least 14 to watch it. You must be this tall to ride. You must be at least this tall. And speed limit 40, they don't want you going above then, so they want your speed to be less than or equal to 40. So inequalities are all around us in our daily lives. But let's look at some examples here. Alright, let's refresh how you graph an inequality on a number line. Remember, when we're graphing on a number line, we can have a closed circle or an open circle. So the closed circle is including anything less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. The open circle is less than or greater than. So let's see what that actually looks like here. So let's say we have our number line. Right? And we say x is greater than or equal to 4. So x can include 4, that's why we have the closed circle there, because it is including 4 in there, and every number that is greater than 4. Alright. But what if we were looking at x is less than or equal to 2? So again, we have a number line here. Alright, so we're including 2 in this, so we do a closed circle here. And we're looking at all of the numbers that are less than 2. And this goes on forever. If we're looking at x is less than 1, then we need a circle at 1, but it's not including 1. So we're going to leave it open. We're saying everything that is 0.999999 and less will be included, but 1 is not included in this equation. Alright, and what if we have x is greater than -1? Same concept here. I open circle because -1 is not included, but every single number bigger than -1 is included. Alright, so let's see about solving some of these equations here. Let's get all this out of the way. Alright, so what if we had 2/3 x is less than 12? Remember, when we solve any equation, we want to get x by itself. And we talked about the other day how we want to multiply by the reciprocal of a fraction to get rid of it. Let's go ahead and do that. So the 3's cancel here, the 2's cancel here. We're just left with x. And then 12 times 3 is 36 over 2. But remember, that is not an acceptable answer for us. So x is actually less than 18. So notice we really didn't do anything different from solving an equation. It just, instead of the equal sign, we had the less than sign. So if we wanted to graph that on a number line, say 10, Alright, we have an open circle because 18 is not included. And then every single number that's less than 18. Alright. Now what if we had... Right, we're going to start the same way. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal to get rid of the fraction. Again, we have x is less than, but this time negative 18. Because negative 12 times 3 is 30, negative 36 over 2. Negative 36 over 2 is negative 18. Alright. So we have an open circle because negative 18 is not included. And then x is less than. So it's all of these numbers over here. Right? So now let's look at, what if I put the negative on this side? What if the negative goes over here? So then we have to multiply by the reciprocal again, which is negative 3 over 2. Negative 3 over 2. So this is the only time that something is going to change here at our sign here. So these are going to cancel. X is going to be x. But whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, you flip the sign. So instead of it being x is less than, x is going to be greater than negative 18. Alright? We flipped the sign because we multiplied or divided by a negative number. So, number line, we have to graph it. Open circle because it does not include the negative 18. But this time we include all of the greater than numbers. Alright, when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you flip the sign. Alright, what if we had Alright, same thing. We solve it just like any other equation. I'm subtracting 3. So the sign stays the same. And it's just x is less than 1. So open circle because it does not include the number, but it includes everything less than 1. Alright, let's do one more here. Let's change the color. Alright, what if we had negative 2x plus 4 is greater than 12? Again, solve it just like any other equation. Minus 4 minus 4. Negative 2x is greater than 8. But now I'm going to divide by the -2 to get x by itself. Because I divided by a negative number, I'm flipping the sign. So x is less than -4. So we're not including the number. It's less than all the numbers less than -4. If you want more practice on this, you can go to IXL in Algebra 2 under Math. You can do sections C1 through 5, and that talks all about graphing inequalities, solving inequalities, and the next video will all be all about absolute values.